Hello folks and welcome back to Medieval Total War. I am Conistip and this is going to be part 17 of my early campaign where I'm playing as England, and as per usual there is just there's a load of stuff going on in this campaign. I am about to conquer Antioch, or finish conquering Antioch for the second time in this campaign. This fort garrison is about to fall at the end of this turn. Unless the Egyptians can muster a counterattack that can, uproot me. I have 2,500 troops here, so like that's, a decent sized stack here, which I will be paying for as soon as this crusade is over. But Antioch does make a bit of money, and I have fleets already in the water here, so all I would need to do is build a port and a trading post, which I think that I'm trying to think, do I need to have a fort? Because this fort is going to be destroyed upon completion of this siege, which is unfortunate, but that's how it goes. Unless there's any upgrades. Is there any upgrades? No. No, if they had like a Mott or a Bailey, then it would just be that upgrade that gets destroyed, and I would keep the fort. But unfortunately, that's not going to be the case. I'm going to be losing the fort, so that's going to take another 4 turns to build back up, which is crazy because that's, it's 4 years. It's telling me that it's going to take 4 years to build a circle of wood. So yeah, it's a bit silly. I like it better in Shogun when it only takes 2 turns, which, equates to half a year to build a tier 1 castle. It just felt way better in that game. But there are some trade-offs between the two games, clearly. So when that fort is destroyed, I think that I'm going to want to... Do I prioritize building a fort again? It just feels so important to have that, just so that you can always just have a unit, a single, it can be a one-man unit, and it can just garrison that fort and hang on to it for you. So you can just always venture off and attack other places around and then come back to defend Antioch, sure, but not losing Antioch in just, one turn by letting an enemy walk on into it. So building that fort up probably is what I'm going to have to do. It's going to be very tempting to start with a port because I think I can build a port without a fort. That is another one of those things in this game that's different than between Shogun and Medieval. In Shogun, you do need to have that tier 1 castle before you can build a port, which I like it better in this game where I can have that port right off the bat. So it's going to be tempting to get that port going, but I think I have to go with the fort just for that defensive purposes. Making money off Antioch so that I can pay for the upkeep of these men is going to be vital, but I think I need to sort of balance this out. Now, the good news is that I have 2,100 saved up, or 21,000 saved up, so I'm in a position where I can take that upkeep hit, at least for some time. I have at least enough troops to make up my second crusade, and of course they will be assisted by the troops that will be left over here from the first crusade. We're counting things numerically as if the first 2 crusades weren't real. So I guess 3rd crusade and 4th crusade, right? But who's counting? No one, right? No one's paying attention? Got it. So I was given a suggestion by a viewer, and this is actually a pretty good suggestion that I wasn't paying attention to at all, and that was that I should be taking Ile-de-France off of the French, which will basically be sealing their death blow. The Germans are already attacking them, and the Germans did get excommunicated by doing so. And that does make me a little nervous because I don't want to get excommunicated. In fact, I'm a little confused by how this crusade still exists by the Germans. I thought that excommunicated factions can't launch crusades, but then I just assumed that that also meant that any crusades that were already in operation would just be dissolved. So this excommunication did happen this turn, so maybe this will just go away next turn, maybe. If it sticks around, that's going to be really confusing, but hopefully the Egyptians do strike back and take out this crusade. There's only 815 men in this crusade as opposed to my, 2,500. So like this is the softer target. They do have troops in Palestine and Syria that could collapse on in. And of course they do have the troops in the garrison as well that could sally out. The troops that could be attacking me are, well, the ones in Syria, but then also the ones in Lesser Armenia. Now, I'm keeping an eye on these really badass Egyptian generals that I was able to avoid when taking Antioch. It's something that I've really struggled with so far in this campaign, just getting my butt kicked again and again and again by these generals. And I was able to prove to myself, hey, actually, I can beat Egyptian armies as long as they're not being led by these, like, 6 or 7 or 8 star gigachads. So as long as you stay up here, sir. Amir al-Labi, I think that it's one of his captain's names. I think the original historical general has passed away since then, but yeah, 6 stars, eager to retreat, which is interesting. -2 morale, but still, fine leader, that's +4 morale, and most honest is +1. And is that it? Am I missing? I thought there was another one. Let's see, steward, +1 morale, and +4, so eager to retreat. It's still going to be +3 morale overall. And of course, all the bonuses and buffs that come with the 6 command stars as well. So he is still a very dangerous general to go up against. So go ahead and stay up there in Armenia, please, and thank you. And then you as well. Yeah, I know you. I fought you before. Again, maybe under a different name, Amir Mustafar Adin. I believe that you were Nuraldin originally. 6-star general, expert attacker, so that means he's an 8-star when he attacks. And then gentle knight, +3 morale. Yeah, no thank you. I was happy fighting up against whoever I fought in the last battle. I think it was like a 1-star family member, 1 or 2 stars maybe. That was a lot nicer. That was a nice fight. And this castle is going to be, or this fort is going to be falling in this turn. So that's very tempting. Going back to Ile-de-France then. Ile-de-France was suggested as something that I should take. And originally, I don't have the map memorized like mentally like I do with Shogun. Like I know that I could play Shogun like in my head, kind of like how chess masters could play chess in their heads. I'm not there yet with medieval, so sometimes when people give me suggestions and I don't immediately have the map open to me, I can get a little bit confused sometimes. And in this case, I was confused because I wasn't sure if by taking Ile-de-France would lengthen my lines or if they would keep my lines the same. If taking this would have been lengthening my lines, then that's a no-go because that would be another army that I would have to, station on my frontline garrison. In this case, though, it would not be lengthening my lines because Normandy is right here, and this Normandy, the Normandy Armady can come in here and beat the French king theoretically in Ile-de-France. The question, though, is can I actually take the castle? Because the way that it works with the popes giving you warnings is that you get that first turn, you go in and you fight, and then they say, there's your warning, and then I believe you have 2 turns to clean up your battle or clean up your war after that. I've heard that it's like 2 extra turns, but sometimes it feels like you only get 1 extra turn. So in this case, that would still work if I could, take out this castle and whoever's left inside of it during that second turn, right? That second warning turn. So I don't have any artillery. However, looking about, I found something. Mangonels. This is like perfect. This couldn't be more perfect. 1 mangonel can get me inside of a castle. Now, I don't know how many openings it can create inside of a castle. Mangonels are good though. They're strong. This is the strongest non-gunpowder artillery unit in the game. And castles are also strong. They are. In fact, this castle is a upgraded castle, so it has a ring wall and catapult towers. So it has both defensive upgrades. My mangonel should outrange those catapult towers. It says actually, I think that in the description it says it's like a short-ranged artillery piece, but I think it should still outrange catapults. But in any case, it's powerful. Like it's super powerful, and I could even just for like good measure, I could also hire this catapult crew as well. This has 10 men, this has 2 men in it, so this one's probably inoperable, but this one probably can be operated, I would imagine. Just to have a little extra punch wouldn't be the worst thing either. But again, that one might be the one that's in range of their catapult towers. Maybe, yeah, maybe, yeah. Maybe. So that should be enough to punch me into through the outer and the inner wall of that castle defenses though. And that should work. As far as the armies go, like they're beatable. 3-star king, 17 years old. That's it. Nothing too crazy. 3 ballistas, 12 men, 8 men, and 1 man. So that one's not operable. I would imagine. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it only takes 1 man to man a ballista. And then the units are very beat up. So that's that army. And then this army has a 9-man unit of Royal Knights, 3-star general, but again, only 9 men. Then, yeah, 2 ballistas, which are operable, and then 1 catapult, which is operable, and then, yeah, again, very little when it comes to troops. So this is a beatable army. It is. Now, the question, though, is if the Germans invade in the same time, the faction that brings the most men and has the most men still alive at the end of that battle is the faction that ends up being able to keep the province. Although we're not allies, so that would be another like 3-way tussle between me and the Germans. That would be awkward. I have my emissary trying to like talk to someone. I was trying to find the German emperor, but maybe I should have just gone up here and talked to this emissary. Now he's inland, so he can't really do that. Should I? It's hard to say. I think... God, they're excommunicated. So the Pope would be on my side. If any conflict would happen, I would imagine so. I think that... let's just go for it. I mean, what else can I do? This is going to be 530 men. Not a ton. Let's see, I could bring you 590. Can I hire anything else? Just to have immediate power here. I could hire another unit of militia sergeants. Yep, not bad. So let's bring them, and then I could send in another unit of militia sergeants from Anjou, and I could also hire these guys, mangonels and catapults. These are all damaged units, so it's not worth hiring them. Yeah, and it's tempting to send in this unit of militia sergeants as well. Just for the extra bodies. And then, yeah, let's go for it. Let's send in, who's leading this fight? 6-star general, that's good. It's 11-man unit of Royal Knights. So yeah, he never got his unit retrained, which is a shame. And then it's going to be Prince William, who is my king's brother, 1 loyalty. Great warrior, so he should be a decent fighter. I mean, he should be survivable, that is. And then, yeah, 6 stars is good. That's quite good. Anything else other than that? No, just the 6 stars. Still, 6 stars is a considerable boost. So sending him in. Yeah, let's go to Ile-de-France, and then let's bring in these units from Anjou. And let's hope the Germans don't, A, attack Ile-de-France, or B, attack me in Anjou. You know, hopefully they don't take advantage of this. That would be pretty bad. So that's that. This crusade, I have another crusade that's like ready to go. I got 2 crusades ready to go. So I should start building another crusade marker right now, because I have 3 total crusades I want to accomplish once this one is finished. So I'm hoping that the Germans lose Tripoli. That's what I hope, because I want to go for Tripoli next. I have the units that are right here, and they're ready to be added to that crusade. And the garrison, the rebel garrison to that past civil war, is about to fall here in Ireland. Thank goodness, I'm going to get Ireland back. In Northumbria, it's going to take a little while longer, 3 more turns. So, yeah, these guys are losing a lot of men to attrition. So hopefully they hang in there. But I want to send these Highland clansmen down to Mercia, and then same with these Fearedmen. Send you guys up, and then I want these. I have some peasants. Peasants, you are not going on crusade. I want you to stay in garrison. Mercia. Let's bring these feudal men-at-arms as well. They can help kill the Saracen infantry. They seem to be the best unit for that job. I was trying, you know, other things. Highland clansmen, Celtic warriors. No one seemed to really do the job as well as feudal men-at-arms, so I'm going to be sticking with that. But it's a skewed result, though, isn't it? Because, you know, fighting those Saracen infantry that were fighting under those 6, 7, 8-star generals were absolute monsters. So, yeah, there's that. Now, I am still making, 1,300 monies, so I can go out. I'm playing conservatively with my ships now. I'm only going out 2 boats at a time so that I hopefully don't get attacked. So let's send you guys out to the Deccanese Sea so that we can trade with Rhodes, which should be belonging to the Byzantines, I would imagine. And that would be nice, just getting a little extra money from that. Every little bit counts. So I am not going full steam ahead with my shipbuilding. I'm kind of just leaving it to Flanders. I might let Wessex join the party, but I kind of want Wessex to keep training Feardmen, so I might just stick with that for now. I'm just going to be sticking to training units in every one of my provinces for now. I'm not building buildings. It goes against like everything I want to do in this game, but right now it's all about trying to take those crusade objectives. So I'm just focusing my economy on unit production essentially. And I'm doing the bare minimum to kind of keep up with economy and, you know, military infrastructure. So there's a lot to keep an eye on during this end turn. I'm actually pretty excited / nervous about it. So let's end this turn and let's see, like, what's going to happen in Ile-de-France? What's going to happen in Antioch? What's going to happen in Anjou? Are the Italians going to attack? Are the Spanish going to attack? There's so much that could or couldn't happen. Okay. It looks like the Egyptians are making a half-hearted attempt at Antioch, but it looks half-hearted. And yes, we outnumber the French. They're going to be bringing 1 million siege weapons. Oh dear. Oh, France. They have 2 militia sergeants as their reinforcements, so I got to be careful of that. But mostly, if I'm just being honest and serious, it's just going to be the 30 Royal Knights that's going to be the most important thing that I need to watch out for. But, I mean, I have a lot of militia sergeants, which is going to be nice. I have 1 unit of Feardmen. Based on the pictures, looks like it's a pretty open map. They might have a little slight hill advantage, but I have 3 archers. That's going to be pretty good. And do I only have 1 hobbler. Okay, that's not what I typically want to have in my armies. I usually like to have more hobblers than that. And then, I guess I have my artillery too, so we can have artillery duel. Nope, not going to do that. I just have to make sure that I don't lose my mangonels and catapults in something stupid. Like these 18 hobblers, if they get around me and attack my artillery pieces, that would be very unfortunate. As I suspected, it's going to be a pretty open map here. A few rolling hills and a few spotted forests on the flanks, but nothing too crazy. I'm going to be keeping my artillery split up just in case they do get attacked. That way, maybe I can only lose, one of them. But no, let's not let it be, come to that. No. So let's bring up like here, and since they do have their artillery, I'm going to be going through that forest. That's kind of what I'm thinking. In fact, what I might just do is leave my spears, archers, and cav. Just leave them back a little bit, and maybe just lead with my 6 militia sergeants. I was very happy with their performance when I defended against the French, and I just kind of camped out in the forest, and they sent their 6 units of Royal Knights against me, kind of one at a time, but still, I was very happy with my militia sergeants' performance. They cut those knights down. So, if we can get an engagement in the forest, although it doesn't really look like it, it looks like they are going to be hanging out in the corner all the way in the back. But that will allow me to get into their artillery, I suppose. And I can still march through the forest to try to mitigate any damages from the artillery. Now that I am starting to take a little bit of artillery fire, let's just go ahead and get my hobblers after them. Why not? They're fast. They're cavalry. This is what they're made to do. So go ahead. It would just suck to lose my 6-star general or something to a stray boulder. So why risk it? Why risk it? My hobblers have gotten into the cookie jar and they are driving off those ballistas. I want to get these catapults though. Those are the guys that really hack down that catapult, please and thank you. Go after these ballistas. Yeah, because they can destroy those artillery pieces, and I think that just means for the next battle, the artillery crews, as long as they're still alive, they will be able to just like have a new artillery piece. I think that as far as this battle is concerned, once that artillery piece is destroyed, actually that makes me think maybe I do want to go after that ballista crew just so that I can maybe have a few men in that castle as possible. Maybe that'd be good. No, those guys are going to get away. Yeah, let's just focus on these artillery pieces that are nearby. Now that the artillery has been driven off, they are going to be sending their archers up to get a little bit of duel action going, but my 3 archers versus their 1 should go heavily in my favor. And then, yeah, after that, this got, mostly peasants. Yeah, 3 units of peasants, 26 spearmen, 6 urban militia, and then 27 more peasants. Yeah, they want to send their 9 royal knights in without their backup. I mean, they're just going to send those guys right in. Cool. Well, I have my fearedmen and my militia sergeants right behind them, so bring it. Or don't. Just stand there. I like that too. Yep, I like it. I like it when they just stand there and get shot. The French are looking to push against my militia sergeants on this side, and I think because the French have no place to run away to, I think they should have a morale bonus, like a pretty stiff morale bonus that makes them hard to break in this army. And in this case, that would be actually very helpful to me, because that would mean there's going to be less men that break and run away. I should be able to kill most of this army in some good old-fashioned fighting. This Royal Knight is down to 1 man. They're getting... Yep, there they go. That's him gone. Peasants are getting ripped to shreds. Peasants getting ripped to shreds. And I'm pretty happy to let my archers just shoot at whatever they want, because... yeah, we can do plenty well. Oh, this knight just wants to attack all by himself. That's, you know what? You're a 6-star general. You can do whatever you want. Now they're going in for a full-on rush with their peasants, so I'm going to halt the advance of my archers here. I was bringing them up, but then I decided to halt them. So let's bring in my militia sergeants here, and let's see if we can get like another quick little volley in. Yep, let's get you back. And then militia sergeant here, and then here. Yep, looks good. You go up, and then fearedmen go here, and then here. Yep, militia sergeants. Or those are hobblers, aren't they? Yeah, if you want to get into the hobblers, that's fine. Get my own royal knights. That's going to be my brother, I think, going in. Yep, go brother, go. And you guys hang out. Yep, all the peasants are running away. I would like it. Yeah, get as many kills as you can here. What's happening? What are you fighting up against? Spearman? Oh, that is not what I want. No. Get away. Get away, hobblers. Stop fighting Spearman. Oh, they're running away. Go back to fighting them. I was just kidding. Kill them. Yeah, you can... No, you're just gonna let them run away? Alright, that's cool, I guess. I mean, I've seen cooler things, but yeah, let's go back to shooting at the king. Or just hack him down with a bunch of pole arms. That's a great way to get rid of kings. Yeah, go for it. Okay, you don't need to shoot him anymore. I don't want any friendly fire here. That's not what England's about. Let's just hack down the king. So we're definitely going to have, yeah, quite a few of these guys are going to get away. And in a sense, it kind of like, it means the more guys that get away makes the siege would last a shorter amount of time. However, what I don't understand when it comes to the Pope's warnings is if you are just inside of someone's territory and you just siege out a garrison, does that count as attacking or no? That's what I actually don't know the answer to. So if you know the answer to that, I would like to hear, I would like to know what you know, because that would be pretty important. In this case, I'm going to be safe, and I'm going to... Yep, stop. You guys can just stop shooting, please. I'm going to be safe, and I'm going to attack the castle. Try to make sure I can avoid the Pope's warning at all cost. And so, in this specific instance, I obviously, the less men, the better. But, ooh, actually, wait a minute. If the French... Yeah, so the French king was killed, and I just realized... Wait a minute, so, like... If the French are just, like, killed and they are eliminated as a faction, the Pope wouldn't warn me anymore, right? Because they wouldn't exist as a faction. Because, like, the Pope doesn't care if I'm fighting rebels, right? I don't know. Yep, killed 209, captured 129, lost 48. Not bad. Yeah, so let's, like, what's going to happen here? I'm very, very curious. So yeah, Ile-de-France is now mine, and they're going after it. Wow, that's crazy, because they're attacking with 285 men. I imagine that some of this must be the garrison, but some of these guys were from Lesser Armenia, I think that these, a couple camel, I think some of these units were from Lesser Armenia. Wow. Okay. Well, I can't imagine they're going to really put up much of a fight here. But just to like make sure I don't, you know, lose this first wave. I want to lose as few men here as possible. All right. So I'm still going to get my first army, my army wave settled here. We find ourselves on a hill overlooking a wide open plain, or perhaps desert. I thought Antioch was more arid and less deserty. This looks kind of deserty to me, but I'm going to have most of my forces behind the hill, sort of hiding them, and the enemy's not going to know they're there until I reveal them. I have my swords backed up by my javelins, my kerns, Celtic warriors, Highland clansmen, no feudal men-at-arms, and then hobblars. I realized how little cav I actually have in this entire army of 2,500 men. I have very little cavalry, and I do want this battle to be as decisive as possible, so I brought like all of the cav that I have, essentially, being led by my 3-star general, and I do have my Knights Templar as well that are here. So I got my spears and archers in front, obviously, so let's kind of go, let's go like that. Spears in front of archers, duh. And I forgot, oh, come on. For Christ's sakes. Like that, please. There you go. Thank you. Thank you very much. And then same thing for you. Swords in front of javelins. Just hang out back there. Hobblers, get ready to strike. Because I'm going to be counting on you to be getting rid of, like, everyone. I need you guys to really pull in a lot of work for me. And then the heavy cav units, yeah, I don't know. Just kind of... Maybe I don't want you guys grouped together. Yeah, let's just have you come up here. So you can give your morale bonuses. And then, yeah, you just stay hidden back here. That's fine. I forgot to take a peek at how many archers they have. They don't seem to be moving. Guys, you gotta move. You are the attackers. Aha, yes, here's the assault we've been waiting for. 7 Nubian spears. Poor buggers. That didn't take long. That was like the fastest I've ever seen 7 men die in this game. Looks like they might be receiving a little bit of cover from sandstorms. So let's try to turn to face them. Yeah, I forgot to check how many archers they have, so I don't know. I should have more than them. Here comes the assault, led by a Bedouin camel warrior and 5 naphtha throwers. Okay. 5 naphtha throwers, peasants, muwahid foot soldiers, Bedouins, desert archers. Yeah, I got the archer advantage for show. And 12 Armenian heavy cav. I can't wait to kill those guys. I have a vendetta against Armenian heavies at this point. Yeah. They've been very frustrating. Oh, let's see, archers. You can definitely shoot at the naphthas if that's what you want to do. What are you guys shooting at? Looks like you've killed 1 naphtha thrower so far. You've killed, okay, two naphtha throwers. Looks like they are targeting the naphtha throwers, but I think naphthas have a decent armor. So yeah, looks like the archers know who to shoot at. They're just not getting the they're not... There, okay, looks like they're... Alright, that's what I like to see. Naphthas running away. Alright, let's get my dudes up. You guys can start running. Actually, I kind of probably should have did that beforehand. Celtic warriors, go, go, go. And then Kerns can follow up behind. Go, go, go. And what about this side? Yeah, yeah, you guys can go that way. Highland clansmen, go here. And Kerns, go here. So order foot versus Bedouins. And yeah, you guys can definitely shoot the Muwahids for show. And Highland clansmen, get into those Muwahids. Yes, yes, yes. And Saracen infantry. Let's just get you back. And then Kerns, I guess, can come up here. Alright, what's happening? What's happening? Celtic warriors, you guys can get back. You don't need to chase down camels. They're faster. Is anyone shooting at the general? Is anyone shooting at the general? Yep. Javelins can throw stuff at the general. Are the Bedouins winning against my spears and my javelins? Is this happening? Oh no, I'm having flashbacks. I guess I could use my Knights Templar, but I have javelins right here who are throwing them, right? Correct, guys? You're throwing your javelins? Jesus Christ. Alright, I don't know. Maybe they got a toss in, maybe not. I'm not sure, but it looks like we broke them, and... Alright, the general's dead. Alright, let's get my Hobblars to start running down their archers. And then let's get my Cav to start running down whoever they can catch. Even though it's only like 250 men, I still want to get as many kills as I can here. Perfect. Bedouins want to rally and fight my spears. Perfect. Come on, get them. Get them, boys. Get them. Templar should catch up with something. Yeah, it looks like they're fleeing the field. No kidding. No kidding. Let's get as many of them as we can. I am hoping that this victory means that Antioch is going to fall in this turn. I hope so, I hope so. Yes, Crusade Province is taken, so your brave Crusaders have captured their church-sanctioned objective. Yes, huzzah. So I did, actually, no shit, the French actually paid for the men that I captured. Weird, because... So the Germans finished taking Champagne. Huh. So is there any French people left in Ile-de-France? I got 422 cash. All right. But the French refused demand... Okay, I'm confused. Was this the French or the Egyptians? I don't know what's happening anymore. And so that is it for the French. Yeah, they're done for. And then we did pillage. Yeah, we destroyed what was in Antioch, and we pillaged 500 florins. I would have taken the buildings. Yeah, same thing here in Ireland. 1,800 pillaged, 6 destroyed facilities, and 3 damaged. That hurts. Oh, that hurts. Yeah, 2 more turns, and we can do the same thing in Northumbria. Huzzah! Yeah. And yeah, the Italians really do not want peace or marriage or anything. Lord Wolfstan, he is quick to anger and slow to forget a grudge. +1 dread. No. Good for him. So yes, 3 points allotted for the Crusade objectives. Wonderful. Now let's immediately send one to Tripoli? Tripoli? Can we go to Tripoli? Yes? Yes? Okay. Does the German Crusade still exist? It does. Weird. Very strange. 564 men. So what's going to happen when we both arrive there at the same time? It has to be mine, because mine's going to be bigger. Right? Right? Yeah, that's weird. That's going to be a weird one. But let's go for it. Let's go to Tripoli. And the Pope wants 750 florins. I can afford it. Actually, I forgot to check. Should I? Yeah, I'm losing 800 a turn, so yeah, that's painful. But I mean, I can give the governorship. What am I making here? 304. Bump that up a bit. Making 380, and I can find a good high acumen guy to make the governor of Antioch. Make a bit more money. And then I guess, yeah, it has to be the fort. Like, it has to be, doesn't it? I think so. Tripoli will also help, though. You know, that'll be a little bit more money for me. So what did I get for this crusade? No knights. Goddamn. Oh, that sucks. Man, 5 units of fanatics and 2 units of order foot soldiers. Don't get me wrong, good spearmen, but no knights. Oh god, I'm already low on cavalry. I could have used some more, that's for sure. Like, yeah, like no cav here. And yep, I do want it to join. Any cav here? Got some hobblars, faris, and horse archers. So all light stuff in that army. Some feared men and some heavy spears. And some feudal men-at-arms. Highland clansmen. And that's gonna be it. So yeah, let's go. Tripoli it is. Being led by a 3-star. It's gonna be the order foot soldier, correct? Yeah. Yep. And how many men total? So that's 2,200. I mean, that's... Jesus, I don't even have to reinforce with Antioch, do I? Like, these guys can probably just hang out up here. At least not in this turn. In this turn, the Egyptians will just withdraw from Tripoli. maybe next turn I can send some forces down. They do have a castle here. But if a lot of these units withdraw to the castle, including their Sultan, it's not going to take as long for that garrison to fall. After searching every single captain in my empire, I've decided upon you. I only have, that's the highest it goes for acumen. There's no one else that goes above 4 acumen that is already not a governor. There's probably better people when it comes to like dread and piety and stuff, but 5 piety is not bad, and 4 loyalty is fine. Antioch governorship is going to give 2 loyalty and 1 piety. Dread would be good, just to kind of, you know, help out with loyalty, but, you know, we're fine as long as we have a million men hanging out here. That's no issue. Zeal is 28%, so piety is not going to play a major factor here, but it will play some factor. So, yep, 380 income, then giving it to him up to 531. Not bad. So, losing, hey, just like that, making 967. How the heck did... Oh, right. For this turn, we're going back into the positive because those men are not paying upkeep for these guys. Yeah, that's... Yay. That's how we do that. Perfect. So, let's see. Do I have actually... Did I just finish building a ship? Yes, I did. Perfect. So let's continue to build ships in Flanders. Probably just Flanders, just 1 ship at a time. Just build up the navy slowly right now. I don't need to go all in on it and just have a bunch of places. Although, let's continue to kill Italian boats. 1 command star, I have 2. So we should be able to beat that. Oh, let's just we're still at war. I just want to, that'd be a dumb thing to do. Yes, we're still at war. So let's continue to get them. That will go back to giving us income from these 2 ports, which we are not making currently, so that will help. Definitely. And let's keep moving our boats along. So this garrison in Ile-de-France is going to last for 4 turns, and I suppose I should go in and finish it off. Yeah, that matters, I think. In this case, like, it was hard enough waiting, you know, these turns up here in Northumbrian Ireland, but I just didn't have any siege equipment, so I could justify not doing that, not going for those attacks because of that reason. But down here in Ile-de-France, I bought it, I have the mangonel, I have the catapult, I may as well finish taking this castle so that I can start making an income from this province, right? So, yeah, there's a trade good here. They have grain, although that's not going to be making as much money because it's landlocked, but still... Let's finish them off. I can't remember if Sir Anthony Mowbray was the governor of Ireland before. Only the 3 acumen, but the 4 command stars and the fact that the governorship of Ireland does give a command star, it makes me think that I may have given it to him before. Steward, yeah, it's good stuff. Like 10% agricultural production. It's not going to be very useful for Ireland, but it's still something. And the happiness will help as well for Ireland, definitely. Yeah, plus in happiness for Magnificent Builder and Steward. No principles is not a good one. Minus 50% cost to bribery, but still. I think that overall, giving him... do you have dread? No dread, okay. What's the zeal like here? 43%? So 105 loyalty on low taxes. 107 or 117. So that ends up being okay. I wasn't checking the money income, but I guess it doesn't really matter. For Ireland, it's probably not going to... Yeah, I mean, trade goods. Yeah, once I can get that trade going, that'll be nice. I am mostly just going to continue to spend my money on training soldiers. I'm not going to be building too much, although I am rebuilding the border fort in Scotland and the watchtower in Ireland, just for a bit of a, you know, loyalty boost to those regions. Other than that, yeah, just still training units. I'm just not building stuff, and there's no mercs to train right now either. It's going to be really nice if I can take Tripoli. It would be really nice to get this German crusade to disappear because, man, they're just wrecking. You know, they're just taking so much men from my armies. And it would be really nice to go back to just, you know, not having that happen. So I really want to take Tripoli. I really hope this works out for me. I hope that, you know, there's no like funky little stupid mechanic that I'm not aware of. It should, if it makes sense the way that I think it does, I should outnumber them if they do invade it in the same turn, and it should go to me. So there's all, I think, yeah, I checked taxes, so that's fine. Let's end this turn. And let's hope that we can take Tripoli and just go on a roll here, because yeah, taking Tripoli, you know, that's a lot of extra men that I have in the region, another 2,200. They want to attack Antioch, interesting. And yeah, the Germans are going into Tripoli as well, so there's going to be a lot to, you know, fight in this turn. So Castle Assault, first things first. So I think this is going to be the first time that I'm showing gosh, have I fought any sieges in this campaign? If I have, they were just forts. I don't think I showed any keep assaults. And it's important to keep in mind when you play these assaults to be as surgical as possible. It's something that you really want to, you know, take your time, and you want more artillery. You don't want just 2 pieces. You don't want it to ever be like a close thing, because close castle assaults can turn, you know, easy victories into massive defeats. And my first couple of campaigns playing this game, that really showed. You know, I would play battles, I would bring lesser generals to try to train them on sieges, and then I was like, after like losing, you know, many, I was like, man, I need to bring my best generals, I need to bring 6 artillery pieces, and, you know, just demolish the enemy defenses before I go on in. This is going to be calling it a bit close, I think. I need to remind myself how good mangonels are. I think they're very good, but you know, but it's going to have to be, because I only have 1 of them, and I doubt the catapult's going to be able to get much down here. So there's not a lot of men inside. So as long as we can get ourselves a couple of openings in the outer and inner wall, we should be good. Here we are attacking the Castle of Paris, and as you can see, it's a rather formidable and daunting looking task ahead of us. It's not that, I keep saying it's not that bad. It can be. Catapult tower, arrow tower, those are actually very deadly because they shoot out a lot of arrows. They're really good at killing people. Arrow tower, catapult tower, so it's like it's every other, it appears. And then on the inner layer, it's arrow towers mixed up with ballistas, which can, you know, kill one of my knights in a single bolt. Luckily, they're pretty inaccurate, but still gotta watch out for them. Typically, when I have a lot of artillery pieces, I like to bring that. Oh, it's gonna start to rain now too. I like to bring up my artillery pieces so that they're in range of hitting the keep, the central keep, because that also puts out a lot of firepower, and being able to demolish that as well as the outer and inner defenses, that can really, you know, make the assault a lot easier. In this case, though, I'm making sure that I'm just in range of the outer and inner gatehouse. Are you not in range of the inner gatehouse? Oh, I'm glad I double checked. How are you not? I thought I checked. Okay, let's move you up just a little bit further. I could have swore. Yeah. I'm very glad I checked. I would have lost the battle just like that by not, because I can't move this. Look at this freaking thing. The catapult, it might just be used against the catapult tower. I don't know. Hopefully my mangonels out of range of their catapult tower. If not, yeah, we might be in trouble. But just like that, the first rock for the mangonel does 19% damage to their gatehouse. That's pretty good. And catapult tower is doing 4% damage per shot to the catapult tower, so yeah, that might take a while. But it looks like we're out of range. No, we're not out of range. Their stuff can't shoot at us. So it's probably that one, I'm assuming, is the only... Wait, Jesus Christ. Going after my... Oh, God. Alright, get back here. Don't lose my cavalry. Jesus Christ. Oh, my God. 9% damage? Yeah, I need to get my guys back further. I mean, the gatehouse does 40% damage, so like it's gonna happen fast. But yep, let's get my cav back even further. Jeez, oh Pete's. At least it's not shooting at my artillery. Oh, just as I say that, it targets my catapult. Let's actually have my catapult target the gatehouse, just to make this go faster. Because yeah, the faster we can get inside, the faster we can neutralize these outer defenses. At 75% damage, I'm just going to start sending my feared men in right now. And then same with my militia sergeants as well. Just start sending them in. Because yeah, this is even like way back here, they're threatening my cavalry. So yeah, let's do that. Let's get my guys on loose formation, in fact, actually. Just so they can take less damage from those boulders as well. Catapult is helping, down to 87% damage, 90% damage on that gatehouse, so that should be open by the time my infantry arrives. My mangonel is 96% damaged. Okay, that's bad. I guess my guys can hack through the inner gate. I think that is an option.
The enemy's gate has fallen.
So that's fallen.
Onward,
Now let's start shooting at
victory.
that gatehouse. And you can't hit that gatehouse, so just start shooting at the catapult tower, I guess. Yeah, 96% damage on the mangonel. Damn. Yeah, get as much damage on that gatehouse as... Are you shooting at it? Please shoot at it. I thought I told you to shoot at it. Fearmen are now coming up to the gate, so let's go ahead and move inside. Looks like there's just going to be a ballista, catapult crew, and peasants inside. So let's move them on in. Bring them on close formation. Go, 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 go. Got some peasants on the inside. Just go right on in. In fact, catapult, at this point, honestly, catapult, just stop shooting. Yeah, take off your fire at will. And bring these guys in, start hacking these guys down. Have we done any damage to this gatehouse? It looks like it... No. Looks like my mangonel's not hitting it at all. So we just have to get in here and turn these towers off. I'm not sure exactly what the rule... I think... Do they shoot? Do they continue to shoot as long as everyone is still alive in this outer layer? I'm not 100% sure on that. Fearmen are making short work of the... Oh, they got the burning oil there. Yeah, that's... See, that's why you want to, like, use your artillery pieces, because, yeah, the burning oil is going to hurt so badly. Is my mangonel still in operation? Yeah, let's just keep shooting. Keep shooting. There might be some friendly fire, but, like, it's going to be less than burning oil. Burning oil is going to hurt so much. Yeah. There is, luckily, like a limit to the amount of burning oil that happens. So, like, it will run out of burning oil. But still, it can do a lot of... Is there any units on the inside? I don't know if there's any units on the inside. But I don't know... Oh my god, we don't have to go inside. We can just kill these guys on the outside and that's it. Oh my goodness. How did they do this? They made it easy for us. We don't have to go inside. I'm going to have my mangonel continue to shoot at it just in case, but yeah. Yeah, archers get inside. You're just getting hit by stuff, so try not to let yourself get hit by stuff. Come inside, please. We just have one or a couple of militia sergeants and an archer. Yep, we just have to keep going around. And yeah, you can see like the tower defenses are also throwing like little torches and stuff at us as well. So yeah, there's a lot of defensive elements. Yeah, we killed the enemy general. I think it was that Hobbler unit, I believe. So I think... Yeah, I'm not seeing any units on the inside. Gatehouse is 35% damage, so if we have to... Let's make sure we make our way around. I don't know if that's our boulders or their boulders, but I don't want any of that friendly fire. And yeah, they're still like throwing torches at us and killing our men as we make our way around here. And that's it. Nice. Oh, thank goodness. Okay, so yeah, we lost almost 200 men, 199, killed 146, but that's okay for a castle assault with only one mangonel, one catapult. Like that's okay. Obviously, the garrison was, left much to be desired, but still. We pillaged 1,200 florins, destroyed 2 facilities, damaged 2 facilities. Interesting. And then Antioch has been invaded. And, ooh, they brought a lot of guys. Oh, snap. Luckily for us, 1-star Sultan Baybar is the second. Okay. Now, as far as the first wave goes, it's decent. Yeah, there's some Saracen infantry, Nubian spears. Their 7-star general is being led by their 1-star Sultan. Thank freaking... Let's kill this guy. I remember him. Amir al-Din Shirko. Yeah, that guy. That guy. Let's get him. Oh my goodness. If we could get him while he's being led by his 1-star Sultan, that'd be amazing. And this is Antioch, correct? It's interesting because I know it's not winter. It's not actually going to be winter. But yeah, it's going to be like more forested, I think. Yeah, looks like it. Nice. Perfect. Only 3 desert archers plus a regular archer, so there is that. 1 ballista, so that's a waste. And luckily for us, no Armenian heavy cav, at least in the first wave. What do they have for reinforcements? A few archers, naphtha throwers. There's a 28 man of Armenian heavies. Okay, so there is that. I think this is that general's unit that I was fighting up against. A 2-star Gulam Cav is a family member. Looks like I did a bit of damage to him, but he ran away. Oh, they have a 3-star general too. I'm probably not going to get to him. But this should be a good fight here. Yeah, pretty even overall as far as numbers are concerned. I have to win that first wave or else they're going to stuff me back into my deployment zone and all of my numbers aren't going to count for anything. So I have to make sure I win that first wave. The fact that their 1-star Sultan is leading this battle should make a big difference. This is more like the Antioch that I remembered. A bit more green, a bit more forest. And luckily for us, we do have forest that we can hide in. We also have ourselves a pretty big hill. Now, when looking at the Egyptian army and its composition, not only with its starting army, but its reinforcements, they have more archers than us. And that's going to be problematic because once our archers run out of ammo, and we also don't really have much in the way of cavalry still, it's going to be a problem of us kind of like hunkering down to kind of weather the storm of their arrows. So, if I have to, at some point in this battle, I might have to come down to this forest, just to shelter in the forest and try to, weather that arrow storm. This is another option over here as well, because then I could sort of maintain some sort of height advantage while also being in the forest. So if I want to relocate over here at some point in the battle, that is an option. For now, I'm going to be keeping a couple of units of Hoplars hidden so that maybe we can surprise the enemy and attack them in their rear. Do I want the Hoplars to be like closer up here if the enemy is going to be attacking me here? It's an idea. Can I do that? Can I have them be concealed? See, yeah, neither of them are concealed where they are right now. So I'm just going to keep them back up here because this is where they're actually hidden. And then speaking of hidden units, I do have my swordsmen hidden in these trees back here. I don't know if it's going to mean anything. I just thought I'd do this to see if I can catch the enemy by surprise as they try to like flank around me. I do have 1 unit of Kerns just so that when that Sultan does rush my front lines, I'll be happy to throw a bunch of javelins in his face and maybe I can take him down. Not many feudal men at arms, just 27 of them, 39 militia sergeants. This is actually Simon de Montfort's unit. They could be good at killing the Sultan as well. And swords should hopefully help me kill the Saracen infantry. I've not done great with Celtic warriors versus Saracen infantry in the past, but again, those guys are like Giga Chads with, the insane stats. If it wants to rain, that's great too. I'll take rain. I'll take rain all day. And it looks like just based on where they're at, they might spot my hidden units walking in that direction. Not the end of the world, just something to keep in mind. Oh shoot, didn't mean to do that. You guys stay. It doesn't matter. Let's just keep you guys back here for now. And what I meant to do was you guys. Yeah, you guys come up here. And Cav come up here. I'm gonna need some more Cav and some more archers in this army. Having 2,500 men or 2,300 men is nice, but having it be so one-dimensional with like all spears is it's a little bit rough. Right away, I'm actually just going to decide to bring up these swords. They're too far away, and I'm going to need all the bodies I can get to help hold the line here. It was a cute idea, I know, but I don't know. Actually, putting some swords in the forest might have been a good idea. I'm going to have them start to run because, yeah, they're getting close to my archers on this side. And, gosh, are they going to get into my arch? I don't want them. I don't want to use my militia sergeants against camels. That's not what I wanted. That's not the fight that I wanted. Yeah, I should have brought my spears. And definitely don't want to use my cav against camels. That's a bad trade. They haven't discovered my Hoplars, so I got lucky in that regard. And their ballista is down there. So yeah, let's just screen out these camels. Get these guys over here. And yep, get swords over here. Have them run, please. And Saharan Cav moving on up. Probably want to move my Fearmen on over so that they can block there. And yeah, now Highland Clansmen and Militia Sergeants can get on in to the camels. Actually, let's get Militia Sergeants here and help against the Saharans. Yeah, you guys get there. Yep, And that's fine. Highland Clansmen should be able to kill the camels. And yeah, I have the javelins right where I want them. I have them in a place where they should be able to... Yeah, do not go on skirmish mode. Yeah, I want you to be able to throw javelins into that general as soon as possible. Actually, come over here. Yeah, he wants to charge into my spears. Come over there then. Let's bring my feudal men-at-arms. Where do I want you guys? I want you guys fighting Saracens. Yeah, that's what I want. And Celtic warriors. Okay, you guys come over here. I don't know. What are you chasing? Camels? Yeah, do not chase camels, please. And then you guys, Celtic warriors, fight these Saracens. Yeah, that should be fine. And then general. All right, let's get my hobblars involved. Hobblars can go after archers. And then my heavy cav, I don't want them fighting spears, but that's all that exists, isn't it? Guys, get back here. Guys, oh my god, did they break my... Holy smokes, camels are breaking in my flank. Alright, Kerns can throw their javelins in here, and... Yeah, go here. Alright, I need to charge on in, I guess. Let's try to break the Nubians. And do I need to use my guys versus their... Yeah, go in and fight their Sultan. And yeah, I need these Highland Clansmen to get back. Alright, fighting urban militia on this side. Celtic warriors are going into the Saracens. And Royal Knights, try to get a charge in on their Gulan bodyguard actually. Try to get out of here and charge in here. And are you guys throwing your javelins into the Gulams? Kind of doesn't look like it. So, yeah, I don't need both of you chasing one unit. And you guys get into the rear of those guys. Celtic warriors are fighting uphill against urban militia. Apparently that's evenly matched, which kind of shocks me. And how are we doing against this Sultan? He's down to 5 men. Okay. And archers are running away. That feels good. And, gosh, what... Urban militia are winning slightly. That's crazy. Alright, so we broke the center. Which feels lucky because this did not go well for me. But if we can get this guy... 4 Gulan bodyguards. Can we get him? Yeah, we're going to lose on the left flank. And... Hobblars are running archers down. These Hobblars... Yeah, go ahead and kill the Ballista. That's fine. Yeah, that is A-okay. My goodness, if we could just kill this general. Please kill him. Come on, come on, come on. Archers, get back. Don't need you fighting in hand-to-hand combat. In fact, you could just shoot into the rear of the Saracens. That's nice. And archers shoot into... I guess I shoot... Yeah, shoot into these Saracens. Shoot into their flanks, I guess. Okay, Saracens are running away. Perfect. Highland Clansmen turn around and get into these Nubians. They're breaking. And the Sultan is still freaking alive. Yeah, these Saracens... Try to get my archers back. These Fairmen are fighting very hard. Bless their hearts. Yeah, Highland Clansmen, get back up here and fight these Saracens. Like all of you guys. Kerns, get up here. Kerns? Yeah, get up here as well. Fight those Saracens. Highland Clansmen, get up here. Get into them. Archers are shooting on into them. And what's happening with my Hobblars? You guys are just hanging out? Yeah, go after those archers. Go after these archers. Yeah, that's 27 Hobblars, and they can still... Let's see, don't get caught on the Saracens. No, come over here, actually. I don't want you to run into those... Even though they're running away, I imagine they're going to turn around at some point. Man, can we kill this guy? Come on, kill him. Please kill him. And Kerns, you throw your javelins on into these Saracens. And Highland Clansmen get in here. Archers start shooting into them. There, he's been killed. Perfect. Perfect. Alright. So Hobblars are getting on into these archers. Perfect. Get them, please. Alright, that was a very bloody engagement. We took a lot of losses. These Saracens are still fighting us. So we still have to break these guys. And they're going to have a lot of reinforcements come on in. We have 31 Saracens marching uphill. We have these Feared that can hold the line, but then I'm going to have to get a rear charge in with Templars come down here. My generals, just stay out of it. Don't hurt yourself. Archers maybe can get a volley in. Halberds are doing a good job. Both units are actually still online, which is impressive actually. I wasn't paying too much attention to them. So the fact that they're still aligned is like, okay, thank you. Thank you for not getting killed. Yeah, Saracens. Don't want to get too much friendly fire. Are we going to kill these guys, or are they just going to kill everything? Kerns, get up here, please. And maybe get a javelin toss in the rear. And then, they're running away, so turn around to get them. And then at this point, I guess I get my Feared Man up here to fight these frickin' Saracens. Oh my god. Just beating everything. Can I get my Royal Knights like next to my men to make them fight harder maybe? I don't want to get involved, but just like in the distance, you know? It is crazy. These Saracens are so good. Oh my god, they're running up. They're finally broke. Holy crap. Yeah, run these guys down. Jesus. They're such a good unit. They're so freaking good. Man, oh man. I can't believe that I beat like, what, 4 of them or something? So, I need to get some reinforcements on in. Because they're bringing more men on in. And I do not have much remaining in this army. I will be sending off my 1-man unit of Celtic warriors and my 1-man unit of Feared men. Try to get some more reinforcements on. Luckily, my first 3 units are already on. 2, let's see, 1 Rust Spear, 1 Armored Spear, and then 1 Order Foot Soldiers. So 3 decent, well, good actually, hefty spear boys, which is always nice. It's obviously it's very necessary, but there's just like I have like no archers coming on. In fact, I forgot to check these guys. Ooh, shit, I forgot to check. They're out of ammo, aren't they? Okay, so 2 of them still have ammo. You don't, so just withdraw you. Yeah, I should have done that before. Oops. So 28 Armenian heavy cav. Actually, it's perfect that I have 3 hefty spear boys coming on. Perfect timing. And these Knights Templar, man oh man, they're just gonna, they're so necessary for this battle. Like, they're so necessary that I keep them, alive and well. My general's obviously very necessary as well. These 8 Hoplars, it used to be 10, now it's 8. The fact that they're still around is actually also very impressive. Where's that other unit of Hoplars? You're here, yeah. 27, also super necessary to keep you alive and well. And yep, you're out of ammo. Let's withdraw you. So peasants and Nubians. Spears versus spears, this isn't ideal, but it's what I got. Let's see, Kerns still have some javelins left. I would like to save them for the Armenian heavies, actually. So let's get them back. And I still have 24 Celtic warriors, so they can be used to cut up spears rather efficiently, although I'd rather, actually, 24 Celtic warriors, they're probably better at killing those 8 Saracen infantry. That seems to be a better matchup. So Nubians are trying to get around us here, so let's get my Order Foot Soldiers, try to get them like here-ish. And yeah, peasants are going to be there, lining up against my Rust Spears and Armored Spears. So yeah, here we go. Nubian Spears up against Order Foot Soldiers. Got 62 of my guys versus their 89. Should have put my guys into... Let's put them into... hold position. I don't know if that's hold position. Yeah, maybe I already messed that up, but they should be running soon anyway. Armored Spears should be beating peasants pretty easily. And yeah, let's go ahead and put my Rust Spears into engage at will and have them attack these Nubian Spears. And what do we have coming on in? Okay, it looks like they're in full retreat. And honestly, I'm pretty fine with that. I will send my Hoplars just to see if I can pick off like some units. If I can get those 39 Desert Archers, like that'll be fine. I'm fine taking off just like that 1 unit of Desert Archers that's in the rear. And if I can pick off some Nubians with my general and pick off some peasants, why not? I may as well send all the cav that I have, even those the 8-man unit of the Hoplars. Didn't I send them out as well? Thought I did. Yeah, I'll take whatever picks I can get. In fact, let's make sure I just bring out some reinforcements just in case there is another wave here. I didn't end up getting those archers, but you know what? That is fine by me because, yeah, that's okay. I'll take that victory. I killed 733. I captured 288. So, hey, you know, another 1,000 men gone for them. I did lose 679. So, yeah, I took some losses for sure. I'm going to have to reinforce Antioch from my crusade army from Tripoli as soon as that crusade is able to be victorious and, you know, have units be sent to different provinces. In fact, I might even just want to start sending units to Antioch from my European provinces. Yeah, I guess just start sending to Hoblars and Royal Knights to Antioch just for some more cav, you know? So yeah, the Egyptians are going to retreat from Tripoli, but then what happens with both crusades? That's what I want to know. So, it's my crusade versus the German crusade? Really? That's what's going to happen? It's going to be a crusade on crusade. No shit. That's how this works, eh? Huh. I mean, I outnumber them by a lot, but man, I didn't want to have a war here. But then again, is it actually going to be a war? Because is it going to be like a situation where, with like the Byzantines, for instance, where we would fight on the battlefield, but then we were never at war actually? This is so curious. Here we are in Tripoli, and it is a beautiful day here on the shores of Tripoli. And we both have a hill, and yeah, it's a cool little map here. We got some forest. There's a little bit of town over here, a little farmhouse. And I don't know how the attacking rules are working right now. When I read the little blurb that was on the pre-battle screen, it did indicate that we are both neutral, you know, factions, neutral armies, but one of us we're going to have to fight to, you know, take the province. So that indicates that we do have to, you know, someone has to attack and fight and win. But how does the attacker rules work when, you know, like, can I just hang out on my hill and let them come towards me? I don't know. Actually, wait, let me check. I forgot. Can I move my guys? I can't move my guys. So I'm an attacker, but I think that they are also an attacker. We are both attacking this province. So I don't know. I don't know. Let's just move my guy. And also, what a weird army. I don't have any foot-based archers, which is just very strange. I have a lot of spears. I got some feudal men-at-arms, got some javelins, so that's all cool. I have some horse archers, faris, and basic horse archers. So at least I have some cav here. That's nice. My general is a unit of ordered foot soldiers, so that doesn't feel good at all, but that's how it goes. And what did I give you guys? I want group 1, group 2. That's a mistake. So do group 3 and then group 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's fine. It does appear as if they are acting like the defenders, doesn't it? Or are they acting like an army that sucks and it's small and it knows it's going to lose? It's hard to say. But I feel like I should go on the offensive. If we can get ourselves around this hill and get ourselves onto even ground with them, that would be way better. And it appears like they are going to be playing this rather passively. And I'll take it. I'll take anything I can get. So my horse archers, yeah, let's just keep them nearby to my army. They are sending forth their longbowmen. Gosh darn it, those are my longbowmen. They're sending they took them from me. I don't have any foot-based archers, and they're sending 19 of my longbowmen out. Oh, that is so rude. That is so rude. Alright, let's send spears up, and then they're already in range. They're already freaking in range. Let's send my guys up. We're just gonna have to march forward with my infantry and just play this one like a bunch of Neanderthals. No foot-based archers or anything. And that's okay though. That's fine. Let's just send my horse contingent like there. Let's take a closer look at the army, shall we? So militia sergeants, urban militia, kerns, spears, order foot. Yeah, pretty basic stuff, and the stuff that they do have is pretty beat up. So let's get my... Those guys are pretty isolated, so let's send my hobblers out. And let's see if we can hunt down those longbowmen. What do they have in the forest, peasants? My hobblers were able to hunt down those longbowmen, and yeah, looks like we're doing okay. And they have 35 archers. Okay, so they do have some archers, but not much. Good, we got rid of them nice and fast. Let's get these hobblers back. Horse contingent can go there. And they want to send their 10 royal knights? Okay, yeah, let's go. Let's do this. And 37 Teutonic knights. Actually, that's pretty good. I kind of ignored that. Let's see. Ooh, spears going. Ooh, I wasn't paying attention. I'm just kidding. Spears, don't hurt me. Let's go. What are you, militia sergeants? Yeah, go kill those spears, please. Yeah, please, guys, you can outrun spears. You have horses. Go back here, please. Please, and thank you. Javelins, are you shooting your javelins at their royal knights? Please do that. I thought for sure that you guys were on hold your formation. Like, what in the bejesus is going? That is not hold your formation. That's not, you are not doing that. There we go. Militia sergeants, hack away the spears. You can get a little recharge in with my halberds now. Bring the horse archers back up. They can get back up here and then here. Get some shots in. And are we killing stuff? Hopefully we're killing stuff. Field men at arms, get around here. And let's bring field men at arms up around here so we can get some flanking attacks in. And that didn't break them, did it? Didn't break them the way that I thought that would break them. And field men at arms get into. I don't know. Do they have the whole thing where you get a morale boost if you have nowhere to run to? Because the province that they would retreat to would be my province. So I don't know. I don't know how this is working. I don't know anything anymore. Kerns are out of javelins. Let's get, not Kerns, but Spanish javelin men are out of javelins. So let's get you here. Let's, spears. Gosh, can you just leave me alone? For goodness sake. Javelins, come over here. And Spanish javelins, can you guys kill spears, please? Halberds, just get away, please. And anything... Let's just get feudal sergeants around here and trap those guys. And then, yeah, you guys go there. Alright, they're running away. Get in here. And, yep, go up here. They're doing a bit more damage to me than I would like. I mean, they're fighting harder. I thought that this was going to be an easy fight. We outnumbered them by a lot. Spears. Get a rear charge in here. And Farias, move up. Javelins. You still have any javelins left? You do. Yeah, let's just start applying them. Okay, there's the Teutonic Sergeants. So let's get my spears out to take that charge from the Teutonic Sergeants. And then javelins are here so that you guys can come up and throw your javelins. Yes, they saved their best for last. That's intelligent. Good AI. I'll just charge those guys down. And feudal men-at-arms, do not charge down peasants. And, ooh, they're charging my feudal men-at-arms. Okay, let's not let them do that. Let's attack them with my spears. And what are you guys doing? Armored. Ooh, that's a bad fight for us because our guys have decent armor. Let's try to get my swords to fight there. Fight their guys. Fight their militia sergeants because they have a bonus versus armor. So let's get in there and get some javelin tosses on them. And how are we doing here? Let's just bring archers up. Horse archers, that is. Halblars, go here. You guys, Spanish javelins are chased on spears. That's fine. Let's bring up my general so that your bonuses do count for something. Feudal men-at-arms killing militia sergeants. That should be a good fight for us. And are you throwing your javelins at the tank sergeants? I hope you are. And let's bring my halberds around so that you guys can get a rear charge in. And are you guys throwing your javelin? You guys can, come on, more of you, please. Come on, move up as close as you have to and throw your javelins at these Teutonic sergeants. Get a volley in. General, move a bit closer so you can provide your buffs. And then feudal sergeants. Man, they're doing so much damage to my freaking crusade. Like, this is so frustrating. Alright, Hobblers are chasing their stuff down, and there we go. Alright, okay, now he's running away. Man, oh man, they did a lot of damage to us. And the Teutonic Sergeants have rallied, and they're chasing off my Hobblers. I mean, I had my Hobblers retreat, so they didn't, you know, break my Hobblers. But yeah, they are going right back in for... There we go. Alright, now he's dead. Alright. He's dead. These two Celtic warriors still want to fight. Let's run them down. And yeah, you guys can come back in. And yeah, they did a chunk of damage to us, didn't they? That's going to be it. Job well done. We killed 324, we captured 178, and we lost 315. Yeah, we lost a chunk. We lost a chunk, but, you know, we should... Does that mean we just took Tripoli right away because the Egyptians did retreat? Yeah, Tripoli conquered. No, there is an Egyptian garrison in the castle that just stood there and watched us like a bunch of creeps. So they're still there. Hopefully it's not going to take a long time for that to go away. We did sink the Italian boat in the Gulf of Valencia. That's nice. And we sunk the Egyptian boat in the Eastern Mediterranean, which is also very nice. So we made 547 cash from the Germans, I guess. The Germans, yes, yep, yeah. And then 1,900. I don't know. One of those for the Germans and one of those for the Egyptians. Yeah, okay. And the Egyptians are the most advanced. Good for them. It looks like they might... Do they have a civil war going on? Yeah, is the Sultan... I killed the Sultan. That was me. I killed the Sultan, and his heir has taken over command of the Egyptians. Yes. So one more turn before Northumbria falls to me. And what do we got here? Tristan and Isolde. A new version of the popular Arthurian tale of Tristan and Isolde is currently proving very popular. Written by Gottfried von Strasbourg, this version of the story of the doomed lovers is superb and draws in all who hear it, distracting them from worthier pastimes, such as their religious devotions, minus represent zeal in Franconia and surrounding provinces. That's the movie with, is it James Franco? Is he in that one? Is it James Franco? Now that I'm saying that, like, I can't imagine that, but I thought it was him earlier in his career. I liked that movie. Maybe it wasn't good. I don't know. I thought there was some pretty decent battle sequences in that movie, Tristan and Isolde. All right, so let's just drop a save just to make sure that, I don't know, I'm getting paranoid these days. That last episode was weird when I was dropping games. Yeah, yep, there's a civil war. Yes, the Egyptians have a civil war on their hands. Perfect. So how long is this going to last? This is going to last 3 turns. Not ideal. 3 turns until I can launch my next crusade. Yep, really not ideal, but I don't have any artillery here. I lied. I have 1 catapult. Yeah, I think I'm going to wait 3 turns. What are the chances of me getting attacked in those 3 turns? This is going to have to spend 1 turn to handle this rebellion. I mean, obviously it's just 1 camel unit that's a rebel, so it's not going to be a big deal. Would this be able to even like threaten me though? Not really. And same with this. So even if the forces from Syria and Palestine attacked me in Tripoli, it wouldn't make a difference. Sinai, sure. If they made their way up, they could, but Sinai, they might have to like deal with Egypt. Yeah, Egypt has gone rebel. Their home province. They're one of their richer provinces now that I've taken Tripoli and Antioch. Yeah, ooh, yes. Yeah, they're going to be hurting. Ooh, they might lose Trebizond as well. Okay, no, they'll lose some units, but they have some Armenian heavy cav and some Saracens here, so they will win this battle. Actually, no, the rebels have Armenian heavy cav as well. Ooh. I still think the loyalists will win this battle, but yeah, the rebels should do some damage there. They lost Georgia outright, which is awesome, because that is a unit of Armenian heavies that's no longer belonging to the Egyptians. Great. And ooh, another rebel unit of Armenian heavies. Love to see it. There's 3 units of loyalist Armenian heavies, so there's that. Then what about here? So Saracen infantry gone rebel, not a big deal. They'll be able to handle that. And what about their next Sultan? Sultan Nazir the First, 34 years old, 2 influence. So yeah, he's struggling. He is struggling. Just 1 star? Yeah, it's 1 star. And I'm curious. So he's still alive. God damn, that 7-star general is still alive. Ugh. Darn it. Darn. All right, well, still, all in all, that's pretty good. If I wait 3 turns for this to... Man, that's rough. That's rough. You know, I'm on a clock right now. I can't launch a crusade until this crusade is victorious. That would still be the year 1193, and I could launch another crusade on Palestine, which is another castle, so I should probably start bringing artillery equipment if I can. I still think that I can get this done by the year 1204. I think so. Edessa's just a fort, so at least there's that, you know. Edessa wouldn't take that long to defeat. It's just the castles in Palestine and Tripoli. Those are going to be taking a while. The good news is that once I take them, they're just going to be downgraded to a keep. Actually, is there any defensive upgrades? No, there isn't. So it's just going to go to a keep here in Antioch, or sorry, Tripoli. And then Palestine, it's just going to go down to also a keep. Yeah, okay. Still, that's like okay, because that means that I can just go right to building. Ooh, I could maybe keep the port in Palestine. And do they have the trade thingy? No, they do not. So I just have to build a trade port. Oh, there's no freaking trade goods in Palestine. That's why. It's fine. But in Tripoli, at least, I just would have to build the port and the trader so that I can start making an income from cotton and sugar. Ooh, cool. Yeah, that'd be nice. Now, are we actually at war with the Germans? We are. We are at war with them. So, their crusade, I guess I haven't officially taken Flanders, have I? So are they just going to continue to, like, what happens here? I can't attack their crusade because that would make me excommunicated, I'm pretty sure. Because I'm not excommunicated. No, they are. No, they're not. What happened? I don't understand. I'm so confused. Did they lose? Did their emperor die? Did the Pope die? I didn't see a message for the Pope dying. Huh. I'm very, very confused by that. Well, Ile-de-France is not mine. That's good. The good news. And income isn't, it's not great, is it? Yeah, I can bump up the taxes, obviously, and make a bit more. And I can gift the governorship. Ooh, another 1-star command thing you do for this. Nice. That's good. Nice. Yeah, I can look into who I want to give that to later on. So yeah, this campaign, man, this is a real knockdown, drag out start to this campaign. All in all, it's fine. How's my income? Minus 131. Not that bad. Not that bad considering, you know? Like once, I mean, obviously it's going to be different once I'm paying upkeep for these guys. But, you know, the money that I make from Tripoli will, again, help offset that a little bit. And you know what? Maybe it's a good thing that it's going to take three turns? Yeah, 3 turns before this garrison falls. Because I'm probably not quite ready to send another crusade. I do have the crusade marker, but I haven't had access to many mercenaries recently. I could hire those guys. Yeah, there's not many. I could hire those two. And I'm training units, obviously, but I need to, I need to get more basic archers and hoplars in my crusade armies going forward. So having the extra few turns to train up some local armies to send on a crusade is probably for the best. However, that is all going to have to wait until next time. Before I go, I just wanted to say that if you're enjoying these videos and you would like to support the channel, then consider subscribing, liking, and sharing. It all helps immensely. Until next time, this has been Sip playing Medieval Total War. Thank you very much, and goodbye.